close together, maybe. So I think if you touch your mic less and touch that
Yeah, you
thing
can't
less.
touch this to this or it makes a bad noise. Okay.
Yes, it does. It sounds potable. So it's very potable.
Good. Okay. Welcome to the last event of the day. Our last event for today is an artist talk with Luce Blumenfeld and Mo, an
Hi.
artist and fourth grader at Dr. MLK Elementary School. Have a question about their practice? Please wait to the end. There will be time for questions from the audience.
Yeah. How many people know this voice? It's Urkel.
Hey Mo, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Mo. I work with KS Mocha as the head photographer, and I can do very good voice impressions of Urkel.
It's really good to know. Glad we know that now.
Yeah.
So let's see. I had some questions for you.
Ooh, how many people can say questions? Can I hear the audience say questions? Questions. Isn't that a funny word? Questions.
It's on my pin today.
Ooh, questions about
Assembly,
assembly.
because we're at assembly.
An assembly. Ooh, that's another fun word.
So,
Assembly. Assembly. Assembly.
so Mo, I heard that you were at Lisa Jarrett's opening last night.
I was.
I was also there, but I wasn't there at the same time as you.
But yeah, I had to go eat dinner. It was very delicious.
What did you have for dinner?
I had chicken and rice. How many
Nice.
people enjoy chicken and rice mixed together? I do. It's really good, isn't it? Because you just mix it together and then you're like, oh my God, it's way too,
This is
it's too hot, but I still want to eat it. Yeah, that's how it is with everything. If it's too hot, just shove it in your mouth and swallow it.
I don't recommend that, but hey Mo, do you remember that piece at Lisa's show last night that was the one that was on the floor?
Yes, that one tripped me out. I gave my critic on it.
Well, what was your
I
critique?
said it's my favorite one for one reason. Guess what? Guess why? How many people
Well,
were
you should
there?
describe it to everyone.
Okay, so it's on the floor, and I may have tripped a few times.
You tripped on it?
No, I didn't. I tripped on. There's this that little thingy that slides. The slide since it's a very old building. It's really cool, but it also ends up sometimes can trip people up.
Okay, well, the piece that we're talking about,
Yeah, so
what
it
was that?
has a bunch of fake hair on it, from what I heard from Lisa.
You were
And
there. What did it look like?
it looked like, if you were to look at it from the front side, it looked like rain coming from a cloud. And then if you went back, it looked like it was falling towards you. It was really cool.
Yeah,
You
because-
saw it, didn't you?
I did. It was really amazing, and you helped me see more of it.
So, and if
Yeah,
you
no.
look under it, you see the backside, and it has a thin piece of metal under it, which reflects it.
Right, there
Which
was a
makes,
mirror.
it's a mirror, whatever it is, and it looks like it's yellow for some reason.
You liked it?
Yes.
So I also heard that you also got on the floor. You
Huh?
also laid down on the floor so that you could see it from the bottom.
Oh, I did.
But I also did that.
Oh, honey, I did. I was full James Bond. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know. I felt kind of silly because I feel like when you're at an art gallery, there's like a way that you're supposed to act. You know what I mean? I
yes,
wasn't sure if I was
except
supposed to lay down on the floor.
if you go to an art gallery and it's like those prestigious art galleries, you're like, 1 second, I'll act it out.
Please.
You can't do like me. Ta-da, magic. That's not how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it. Ooh,
So
that looks amazing.
what did you see when you were on the ground? How did you feel about that angle?
I saw. Da, 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 da. I saw. It was really funny. So I saw this when I looked under it, I had to do.
Yeah.
I became. How many of you have seen the to me about this, it was hilarious. The exorcist like around and it does that weird thing. How many of you watch horror movies? Wow. How many of you have seen The Exorcist?
Okay.
Okay,
I
you've
don't-
all seen The Exorcist. Do you know that scene where they twist their head and it?
You twisted your head
I did that. I was
like an owl.
like, you all, did you all see that? It's funny. So I did that, except I did pink everywhere. I did this and like, I can't see anything besides like this one strand of hair when I do it, because I'm like, that's how I'm like. Okay, yeah, sorry, I just took this off for no reason.
You should put it back on so we can hear you.
Okay.
So,
Hi, Noah.
so I have some other questions for you if you want to talk more.
Right.
Yeah. I was wondering what did you think of, well, you said you were a critic at Lisa's show, so I want to know what your critique is. What did you think?
My critique was most things were 10 out of 10, two were, one was a 9 out of 10, and another one was an 8 out of 10. And that was a gold one that almost blinded me 4 times.
Is that why it was at 8?
Yes, one because of that, because I'm like, it was like that.
I didn't think it was that right, but that's interesting.
It's like you look at the sun, but when the sun is blinking off of it. So there, when we're driving home from the coffee shop, there's this like golden yellow building that they splashed a whole bunch of glitter on it. So it like shines every morning. And on the weekends, when we come back in the morning from the coffee shop, it blinds me.
Do you like it?
No,
No.
I do not like it.
Do you like glitter?
Depends if it's gold glitter, no.
What kind
If
of
it's pink glitter, I love it.
pink glitter?
Pink glitter is my favorite because I
Would
get
you-
to dump it on my head and I become, hi, I'm a pretty Pegasus.
Okay, that's interesting. I was gonna ask you what you would do with the pink glitter. Do you put it in your art,
No, I put it on my head.
on your head?
I'm pretty Pegasus. I said Pegasus, I meant Pegasus.
Cool.
Pegasus.
Okay, Mo, have you ever been to an artist talk before? Like
Hmm.
one where you go and listen to artist talk
Yeah, I've been on a few on Zoom.
on Zoom? What did you think? Did you like what the artists were talking about?
Yes, I love what the artists were talking about.
Do you remember?
Meh.
No.
I remember a little bit.
Have you ever been participated in an artist talk like we're doing right now?
No,
Was your first artist talk?
yes. Well, where I'm the main person who just.
You're the main person,
Yes.
but we're both artists, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just the child here. I'm the child here. That means I'm in charge.
Interesting. I was gonna ask you, do you feel like artists who are like older treat artists who are younger differently?
No.
No?
If the older artists, what they do is they're like, you need to focus. You need to focus. If you're not gonna focus, you can't make art. You gotta focus. You gotta focus.
That's what
Because
older
if you don't
artists do.
focus, this is what happens. My poor eye. So you gotta focus. That's what they say. I've had a talk with an older artist, and
Which artist?
I can't remember.
They told you to focus?
They said focus.
Were they talking about like in the moment, or were they talking about, I know that you're the head photographer, so like that would have a pretty different meaning. They were telling you to focus.
When somebody tells me to focus with my photography, it usually means become. So I heard this quote that I found on Reddit. How many of you have found quotes from famous people on Reddit? I have. I saw it on
found any
YouTube.
quotes on Reddit, but
I found it on YouTube, and it's a quote from a photographer.
okay,
I can't remember the name.
Okay.
So it was have to become the lens. You become the camera. And how many of you have done that except with a paintbrush? You would become the paintbrush. Or how many of you have done face paint on your children? If you have children, how many of you have done face paint on your children? Did you have to focus like very, very hard? And if they don't, and you don't do it correct, they throw a fit. They're like, Mom, Dad, we didn't do it correct. My friends all got this perfect butterfly, and I got a really and when
Would you
I
ever paint your face as for your photography? Like, do you like to be in your pictures or do you like to be behind the camera?
in a few of my pictures, it's me, and another few of my pictures, I was not in it. I was behind the lens, and one time I was I was sitting down. I just sat down crisscross applesauce. How many of you do crisscross applesauce sitting when you're on the ground? I love doing crisscross applesauce because what I do is we'll be right back to the Urkel show.
Okay, so now we're doing that. Sorry. So, Mo, did you have any questions for me?
I do.
Okay.
Why did you become an artist? I ask everybody that.
You ask every artist that?
Yes,
or-
and that's.
Should we ask other people when we're done?
Yeah. Hey, I have a question.
Okay,
Ilya,
I
yeah,
guess we're
come
gonna
on.
ask Ilya first.
Ilya, why did you become an artist?
I didn't think you'd be participating in the artist talk today.
I was young and I thought it's a cool thing to be.
An artist.
Yeah,
Artist.
yeah, it sounds like that. Like, yeah, you can create things, be creative, do whatever you want. But then when you like become an artist, you're in this, it's actually not the way it works. Not necessary.
I have a question for all of you. So there's this painting that I saw. I've been studying French culture and I've been studying Napoleon, and I saw this picture of him. You know that one where he has the gold cape? How many of you have seen that one?
I think so, yeah.
So instead, he wasn't on a horse, he was on a depressed mule. The mule was like, I want to climb a mountain. I want to be in the
What's your question,
stars."
Mo? What was your question?
My question is, why did you become?
Oh, for me, okay.
That's why did you become?
I don't know that I consciously made that decision. I think that when I was a kid, I really liked art, and so I always made art when I was younger, and then I just kept making art. Yeah, it feels like something that I have to do and want to do.
Oh,
How about you?
for me, when I wanted to become an artist, when I first saw my mom's art, it struck me. I'm like, I want to do that.
What kind of art does your mom do?
She does multiple different kinds of art. It's specifically that, what is it called specifically?
Specifically?
Okay, specifically. Photography. And
Oh, okay.
a pretty quick every time. Go to Mickey Hall Creations. That's my mom's website.
It's a plug, feel the plug. Mickey Hall Creations.
So mom has her own website and she loves photography. How much do you love photography? How many of you enjoy taking pictures? Raise your hand. Okay, everybody here.
I think a lot of people do.
Henry. Henry, can you come over here? Would you like to come over
You
here?
don't like taking pictures?
No, I just want to ask you why you like taking pictures, because I've actually never asked you that question. Why do you like taking pictures?
I like taking pictures like when I'm on like a hike. I would like take pictures of like the scenery and that would be like nice.
That's real fun, especially when you find a cliff and you look down and you're like,
What do you like taking pictures of, like, today?
4 hours later. I know. My dog Nellie. How many of you have met Nellie, my dog?
I know, it's really cute.
She's adorable. So for you, she's a little puppy right now. I think I have a few, I forgot my phone. I could have so jealous of pictures.
Well, I don't know if everyone would be able to see from here because we're on the stage.
True. There was this one time when I took a picture of Nellie. She was outside and she was like,
Is Nellie a puppy?
yes, she's a puppy and
Whatever.
she enjoys jumping on me. She just like does this.
Mo, are all your pictures of Nellie like blurry because she's so excited?
No, I was actually able to get her to sit. Come on, sit. No, sit. No.
What else do you like to take pictures of?
My family and my mom and I. How many of you seen my exhibition? You've all seen my exhibition. So
What?
you saw the. How many of you saw the?
Oh, yeah, they might try to put it up on the screen so other people can see.
So there was this Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. photo, and that really connected to me because as an African-American Black person, when I see him as the person who fought for civil rights. And when I saw that, and when I saw that he was arrested, that just struck me hard. And when I thought, hey, why don't I just take a picture and let people still remember his memory, even though he has memorials. People visit that every single day, but they don't pay attention to the things that he had to do to get to where he is now. And how many of you have heard, this is part of his life, he had a white friend, and once the white friend's dad found out, he said, no, you can't play with Dr. King anymore. And that was really sad to hear because that's just wrong. You shouldn't take away a child's friend. That's what's so wrong about how everything has gone.
Oh, look, Mo, it's
Okay,
an
now
exhibition.
Okay, I'm
Can you tell us?
yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna get
I
blind.
think you should stay sitting down because the camera is pointed at us. You got it?
Am I still seen? Okay, so right here, that's me. That was me when I was in second grade. Me in second grade. And me now. You see me now. I'm not very much different. I'm taller. That's why I'm taller. I'm black. So right here, if we go over here, there's multiple of my friends here, actually. Oh, there's Avery White, Lisa.
Lisa's in that picture too.
Yeah, and then Andy.
Nikki Ross.
Oh yeah, Ross. Ross, it's really hard to see. There's Ross, and then there's me right there. As you can see, I have
Do you want to tell us
something
about
hat.
the pictures that were in your exhibition?
So this was one of them, and this was one of my teachers. Can you go back to this one? This was one of the school counselors. So I took me and Ross took a picture of him, and we said, why don't you just give us your best lion roar? Okay, can everybody give me their best roar? Come on, I want to hear. Let's go. Okay.
Is
Okay.
this the picture that you were talking about?
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't go here anymore.
This one you were talking about, the
Yeah.
picture that you took of.
Yeah, Dr. King. And I explained the whole reason why I took that photo. And that's me. My glasses were like, And then this is Mr. Monty. How many of you have met Mr. Monty? So Mr. Monty, this is a whole lot of cropping that Ross did. We had to
Why did you have to crop
We had to crop it for a few reasons. One, because we didn't want that background because it was the office background and it was right near the door. And we thought, no.
it? When was this one?
Ooh, this one I love. We were taking pictures of the pink stuff. How many of you enjoy the color pink?
Oh,
I love pink. And because of the pink, picture of something pink.
That's a good reason.
Lisa, you're wearing a pink jacket.
That's right. Lisa's wearing a pink crossing guard vest.
I'm gonna do the two-step, the cowboy boogie. You're wearing a cowboy hat, that's just gotta be smooth. So this is Jeremiah. How many of you met Jeremiah? Noah, you're my mom, Noah's mom, and Noah. You all met Jeremiah. Jeremiah, a good friend of mine, he doesn't go to our school anymore. That's sad. Can everybody give a round of applause to Jeremiah? Oh, Mama.
So, did you say you had any questions for me?
Oh, I have one more question. How did everything impact you when you became an artist? How did it change over time as you grew older to realize that, hey, not everything can be a piece of art, but say I grabbed a broom and I would have to, there's boundaries for people that they call art. Because if I were to grab a broom and I said, hey, this is a piece of art. It's a piece of art because I said it's a piece of art. But if I were to try to take it into a gallery, they'd say, that's not a piece of art. It's just a broom. How many of you enjoy household supplies like running water and electricity and charging your phones? I enjoy charging my phone so I can play Minecraft. So
What's your question? I'm confused.
when you figured out that there was boundaries for art for some people, how did that impact you? And what I'm also trying to say is, why is there boundaries?
Why are there
boundaries?
Are there? What are they?
So if you go to a museum of art, I've been to Portland Art Museum.
Oh, me too.
It's really pretty there. How many of you have been to Portland Art Museum? Oh my God, there's Bear, there's Avalon, ooh, there's Riley. Sorry, it's hard to point out. I see Noah. And Marcellus and Henry. So
you're saying at the art museum?
Yeah, at the art museum, most people, I saw multiple different things, but they were usually like motion pictures, sculptures, stuff you usually see everywhere. You usually see that everywhere. How many times have you gone to a museum, you got bored looking at just sculptures and just paint and photography?
Probably.
I got bored at the Portland Art Museum a few times because I didn't see anything like, say there was a chair right here. Somebody took the time to build that. That's a piece of art. That's a piece of art.
Do you think that, like you were saying earlier, that like somebody calling a broom that they didn't make art is not art? What's your opinion?
My opinion is, okay, I'm just gonna go over here. I found a broom.
We have friends.
Here we have a broom. If I were to go to Portland Art Museum, say, hey, this is a piece of art, and I want to put on display. They'd say, no, that ain't a piece of art. It ain't a piece of art. What this is a broom. It's a household item. Why do you think I grabbed it? It's a household item. That makes it a piece of art. How many people enjoy, as I said, how many people enjoy electricity, running water?
What's that have to do with it?
You can make that art. You can show electricity, science. You can make that art. You can make anything
Thank
art.
you for that clarifying question. I was confused.
And this broom right here. How many people see this broom?
Is there a Band-Aid on that?
There's a Band-Aid on the broom. Let's make the piece of art a Band-Aid on it. So this, I'm gonna go here.
Let's put that back.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I were to go to the museum, hey, so you're the curator, right? Hey, I want to put this broom on display.
Who are you?
I am Jeff Bezos, the richest man on the planet.
Oh, well, in that case, you can definitely do that.
Okay, now that's how Jeff Bezos would approach it. Now, this is just a random person who says, I'm gonna put this room on display.
Well, who are you?
I am Jeffrey.
Jeffrey who?
Jeffrey Johnson.
Where have you exhibited your work before?
No, I just want, this room is art. This room is art.
Okay, well, I don't think we have any room for new exhibitions right now, but we'll let you know.
I've heard that excuse too many times.
So what if you wanted to show that art somewhere that wasn't,
So strict.
yeah, like what if you could show it in your living room? What if you turned your living room into an art gallery?
It's already in my living room's already an art gallery. You can walk right in and say, that's a piece of art, that's a piece of art, that's a piece of art, I'm a piece of art.
What if you showed your work in your living room?
Actually, I will end up showing them in my living room. I'm just gonna find places to hang my artwork. But if I were to hang it up in my living room, I make my living room an art gallery. I say, hey, who wants to see my new gallery?
Who would it be like anyone could come, or how would that work?
How many people want anyone to come into my house and look at this beautiful piece of art? How many? Raise your hand.
Okay, the people who didn't raise their hand, I wanna know why.
Okay, everybody who doesn't raise their hand, I'm going to call somebody up. Who wants to come up and say why? Henry and Noah, both come up on stage. Come on.
If you would like to, you don't.
If you would like to, you can come up on stage. Okay, Henry. Henry, welcome. Everybody start clapping.
Hey, Henry, nice to meet you.
Okay, you ready to explain why?
Yeah. So like you were explaining, technically it is a piece of art.
Do you wanna give Henry the microphone for a second?
It's pretty loud, just so you know.
Okay. Like he was explaining, this is technically a piece of art because like someone made it. It's sort of like a sculpture, like someone made it, and technically I do like art, so I would see that.
You would go to the living room?
Yeah, I'd go to the living room and see the broom, wasn't it? Yeah, the broom, the broom.
Looks like a nice room.
Thank you, Henry.
How many people didn't raise their hand when I said if I wanted to open my living room and say, hey, anybody can come in? How many people did not raise their hand? Can you raise your hand?
Raise your hand if you didn't raise your hand. Lisa.
I was doing something else, I was distracted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's okay.
That's a good one.
Okay. Who didn't raise their hand when I said that? Just raise your hand right now.
No one
Wow.
really wants to answer. Maybe people are feeling shy. Hey Mo, do you think that we should let the audience ask us some questions?
How many people want to ask us questions?
I
Raise your
think
hand.
people have questions for us, and maybe some people on Zoom have questions. Adrian, what's your question?
What do you use to take your photos?
What kind of camera do you use to take your pictures? Maybe,
What I use? What I use?
no, I think if you push it a little, yeah, there you go.
What I use? How many people know that voice? Yoda. What I use is I use a camera,
What kind of camera?
a handheld digital camera.
Handheld digital.
Yeehaw!
What do you like about that? Why did you choose that camera?
Well, one, it was a camera I got from a mother.
That's a good reason.
That's amazing. Okay, next up.
Oh, Olivia, what's your question?
My question is, are you gonna explore any other types of making art, or are you gonna stick to photography?
I made a clay sculpture. I enjoy clay. I enjoy painting. I enjoy every kind of art, except this one kind of art. You know that art, how many people have seen this art that like you just grab a canvas and you just get a humongous palette of paint and
You dump it or you splatter paint?
you splatter paint. I hate that.
You don't like splatter paint?
For one reason, when I do it, it would get my room all messy. It would become
Oh, yeah.
an entire
To do in your-
space of.
Do you not like it because it's messy?
Yes, one reason why I don't like it.
What
Also,
about like how it looks? What do you think about it?
I like the way it looks. Okay, next up. Anybody else want to ask me questions?
How many times has Mo's art been exhibited?
Once actually, and I'm not going to do it here, but I am going to have another exhibit somewhere else in the summer.
This summer?
Yeah, this summer.
Can you tell us more about it?
So what's a nonprofit organization called? Where's Lisa?
Lisa, step out for a moment.
Okay. So there's this nonprofit organization that is, Lisa, once Lisa comes back in, I'll ask her to explain it a little more. But what I know from what I know, what I know is, it's a nonprofit organization that is trying to do a fundraiser thingy-me-bob.
Okay.
It's a fundraiser. And yeah,
Big yard.
it's Big Yard. That's what it's called. So it's a nonprofit organization called Big Yard. And Big Yard is a nonprofit organization, as I said. And they asked us to make hey, do you possibly have a child who has done an exhibit before?
Oh, okay. Is that what happened?
Yep. And then who would that child be? Mohammed Jamil Ismail Ali Hassan. That's my full name. I know it's extremely long. Mohammed Jamil Ismail Ali Hassan.
So do you know what kind of photo, like what you're gonna take pictures of that's gonna be in that?
My dog. It's my dog. Nature. A tree.
Nature?
A tree.
Oh, yeah,
A tree.
you were telling me a while ago that you were getting into nature photography. What is that like? What does that mean to you? Because I feel like it can mean a lot of different things.
Okay, I need to sit down.
Yeah.
Question. Oh, no.
Is Mo still in the frame? Okay, cool.
Okay, since I'm still in the frame, I'm going to sit right here. Because this is where a chair is. Okay, so am I still in camera view? I'm in camera view, right?
You're good.
You're good.
Okay, amazing. So what it means to me when I'm taking pictures of nature, how many of you guys have been on hikes or nature exploration?
Yeah,
I have too, and I love it, nature exploration.
I like being in nature, but I don't like hiking.
But instead of like, say, that branch looks really cool, I'm gonna take it off the tree. No, I just take a picture of it because it's pretty. So you want to save it for an eternity because the branch will eventually rot away. Wouldn't that be just a bit rude to the tree?
Yeah.
Because the tree lived for hundreds of years. If it's that pretty, it's usually hundreds of years old. So you go to that tree and chop off a branch. That's hundreds of years worth of growing. It's not like you can glue it back together like you do with your action figures. Just break a leg off. They're like, okay, we'll use super glue on.
Mo, I heard that, they wanted 13 photos from you, is that right?
I'm actually gonna have to take more than 13 photos.
Is that how many you're gonna like have in the show though?
No, it's actually going to be 7 to 8.
7 to 8, okay.
Yeah, I just got the number cleared. So I'm gonna take around 13 photos for them to choose from. And
They're gonna choose?
yeah, they're gonna choose, not me. So I'm not gonna know what's going to be in the exhibit. Well, I actually am because I'm gonna help set it up. But actually, how many of you have done an exhibit of your own? In a gallery or?
Like only your work or your work with somebody else?
There's going to be a few other people there who do artwork.
Also kids?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I'm the only child.
Does anyone else have any questions for either of us or both of us?
Or me.
Or just, no, this is the mode show, I don't know if we, that was clear.
Showing a right angle. Ooh, Neville,
How long have you been doing this now?
coming up on 4 years. I've been doing this for a long time. Well, actually, I've been working with KS Mocha since first grade, and ever since I became head photographer after Anka left, it was 3 years ago.
How did you become head photographer?
So actually, Anka, my first ever mentor, everybody give an applaud to Anka. Actually, how many people have met Anka? Just my mom. And you too. Okay.
Online, I've met Anka online.
How many people have met Anka online?
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
Somebody on Zoom.
Oh, great, thank you.
Judy, you want to pop in and ask your question?
Yeah, I have a question for Luce.
Hello,
Hello,
Judy.
hello. What inspires you, Luce, about Mo's work, Mo's artwork, Mo's photographs?
The first time I saw your exhibition in the hallway, Mo, and then your like artist statement was attached to it. I really liked that your artist statement said that you wanted to take a picture of something, so you did. Like it was that simple. You're like,
Wow.
I was looking for the color blue, and that was blue. And so it was like in your exhibition, I just liked how simple it was and that was enough. Yeah. And I like that as like, I think sometimes it's hard to get from an idea to actually working on a project, and like you can convince yourself that it's not worth doing or something. And I like that it's just, yeah, you wanted to do it, so you did it. Yeah.
Is actually true. It took me and Roz about a month or two to actually get it set up. So, and the exhibit was just like a few days after everything was put up, I think.
Okay.
So do we have any other
Does anyone else on Zoom
questions?
have questions?
Yeah, there's another question. They said, N in the chat, do you want to ask? Or they asked, would love to know both of your thoughts on the editing process of your work. When do you decide art is done?
Oh, that's a great.
Oh, oh God, that's like hours. And how many of you have done cropping before? You know how long that takes. It takes you months just to be like,
How did you decide that those photos for your exhibition were like ready?
it was actually a team decision between me and Lisa and Roz. So while we were working on it, it took us like a month of cropping just to get it done. That it took us and possibly a few weeks for me to get everything situated because I had class. So it was a while.
But how did you make the decision?
We made the decision by actually talking. We didn't say, okay, it's done. We actually we sat down, crisscross applesauce. We sat down and we actually didn't just say, okay, it's done immediately. We discussed it. We showed what we wanted and we showed Lisa the pictures, and then we made a group decision on what we wanted, and then we edited
was that you want. Oh, don't touch this.
I really wanted the Dr. King one.
Okay.
Lisa?
There was something I remember in that show, Mo. And I'm not sure if you'll remember what you said, but I'm gonna ask and hope that you can. Especially there were two pictures of the sky in different ways. And one, it's like kind of like, there's no people in it. The cropping is really interesting on it.
It wasn't cropping, it was natural.
It was, can you talk about that? Because I really like those two pictures. Those were some of my favorites.
Okay, so can you go back to the one that shows the sunlight and the black silhouette?
Yes.
That one would be nice, and then I can explain what that one is. Also, to finish answering M's question, it was a group decision and it takes a while for us to figure it out. So we have to do it for about a few.
What if you're not working in a group?
It's almost up and I can't, for whatever reason, this just keeps advancing. So I'll just get to those pictures.
Okay, so there was, one of these pictures was a picture of one with monkey bars and one with there's three of these pictures that I enjoyed. It was the monkey bar picture, as I call it, monkey bars,
That was
the new kind of candy.
There's this one, right? Look at.
This one, actually, I did not expect this to come out this way. And this was all natural cropping. The picture was amazing, and it's a natural silhouette. We didn't have to edit in the silhouette, because you know how if you go to like a gallery.
Matoska. Thanks for your input.
Thanks, Mo. That was my big question.
It's just, that was a natural silhouette. And if you go to a gallery, they're usually like, yeah, we had to edit in the silhouette. We usually had to edit in the silhouette. That actually getting the picture of the sun, you actually have to aim your lens in a certain direction directly at the sun.
Were you looking at the sun when you took the picture?
I had to like shut one of my eyes, and because I was looking through the lens, it dampened it a lot, because it's a lot of like
You're not
frames
supposed to look
that it has to
directly at the
go
sun.
through, so that's really hard for the sun to get through the rays. So I was able to take a few quick shots. One of them ended up as a silhouette, and another one ended up with the tree. It was really cool, because both of them actually were at the exact same spot.
But why did you want to include both of them? Like, why not just one?
How many people endure silhouettes? Because if I were to just incorporate one of them, the silhouetted one, it'd be like, were there, people would start asking, was it just one picture, or were there multiple pictures, or were there 2 pictures, 3 pictures, 4 pictures, 5 pictures maybe? Were there just this one picture? That's why if you include all the pictures that I took, it gives them, hey, that must be the pictures that were taken.
Huh.
Am I correct?
So does that feel like, so it feels like more real?
Mm-hmm. Not like,
Like it shows your process?
so say I were to take a picture of everybody in this crowd, I've been saying cheese. Click, 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 click. And then I were to say, okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use this one photo. There we go, it's on the exhibit. And then if somebody comes ask, was there multiple photos? And then if I were to do it in a different way where I said, okay, I'm gonna use all these photos. There we go, that's all I want. People would say, is that all? And I said, yeah, that's all.
I think we're almost out of time though.
Oh, how many people was gonna miss?
Do we have any more questions? Lisa has a question.
One last question, Mo.
Yes.
At my house, you said this once when you were doing an introduction, I think, for an artist. Last year when we were doing it virtual, you said art is not order.
Yeah.
And I wrote that down and I read it every day.
Wait, that's so funny because I wrote that down as a Lisa quote, but I didn't know that that
It's
was
Mo
actually a
quote.
Mo
I
quote.
got that, yeah, that's from Mo.
I'm gonna have to correct my notes.
So my last question for you was actually 2 parts. Tell everyone here what that means. And then second question, what's your greatest advice for young artists? And we all consider ourselves young artists, just so you'll know.
Yeah,
All right.
So what is artist not order? What does that mean?
It means, so I've seen multiple kinds of art. I've talked to the owners of those pieces of art.
can you talk a little louder?
And what I've noticed is that they usually have them in an order, like this goes this way, that goes that way. I don't feel that that's right. I really don't feel that that's right. It should be in a way that is random and surprises you. You're like, that's not an order, that's just it in a random place in it, so it looks actually natural.
Interesting.
That's why I said that.
That makes perfect sense. Thank you, because I think it really helped me think about art in a different way than I had before that. Okay, advice for young artists, one sentence, last question.
Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time doing it. Enjoy it. Don't waste it. Enjoy it. Everybody say enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy. Also, if the YouTube Cast Mocha people,
Sure, it's just for you.
if anybody on the YouTube question, if you ever see me on another live stream, you may possibly ask me that question because we were unable to get to the YouTube folks. Sorry.
Oh, okay, thanks, Beth.
Enjoy. I will get back up on stage.
Okay, thank you all for coming to our first day of Assembly 2022. Yay! Tomorrow, Saturday, June 4th, we will have many more events for you to participate in, as well as some of our graduate talks. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you there.
I'm hosting it, by the way. I'm
And
hosting it.
there are Assembly 2022 event programs that Lisa is showing up that me and Luce and Karen somewhere made. They're in the back of the room if you want.
Okay, just so you guys know, I am hosting that event too. I'm gonna be the talk person.
You'll be here with helping us some tomorrow. And I think you're photographing an event later.
Yeah, I am. I'm photographing it and I'm hoping to.
So this isn't the last you'll see of Mo.
That's right. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for coming. We had a
Thanks for
really
coming
great
to our
day.
talk.
Congratulations. I think most of us up here this morning. Welcome to our new folks. Majority